Okay, welcome to a Brain Meat Body class for today. This is foot freedom. So feet are hugely important. They are what is connecting us to the ground. They are transferring energy from the ground into our body. We have 33 joints in a foot. I mean, that's crazy. It's made for propulsion and stability, and there's a lot going on. So we want to connect to our feet. Think about geometry. The strongest shape in geometry is a triangle, and we have triangles in our feet in the form of the big ball mound, pinky ball mound, and heel, making that tripod structure. So before we start, I want to offer up a little rollout. So this will be quick, but if you have yoga tune-up therapy balls at home, awesome, grab them. If you have some sort of lacrosse or tennis ball, that's good, but just know that softer is better. So highly recommend these yoga tune-up therapy balls. So find something ball-like and just roll out the arches of your feet. So you are encased in a casing called fascia that is connecting your entire body together. It wraps around everything, muscles, bones, you name it. And it is communicating with your nervous system, letting your nervous system know what's going on in your environment. And so we want to be able to tell our nervous system to let our tissues open up through the breath. So keeping a calm, slow, deep breath whenever you're giving yourself any sort of self-massage situation. And then also the right amount of pressure. So finding a nice amount of pressure up and down those big arches. And when you touch the fascia of your feet, you are actually communicating with your entire body. So it's a great one to roll out because you can see the effect all the way up your legs, into your core, into your torso. Okay, so now that we have thought about the tripods of our feet a little bit, given the tissues a little bit of an opening, we will start to move. Of course, we're always going to start turning on these deep core muscles and the stabilizers of our glutes. So let's do that. Come on down to your back, and then we'll get ourselves into a bridge position, a low bridge, of course. So take your hands to your thighs, start to straighten your arms, lift your tailbone, draw the belly in, press into the tripods of your feet, and then lift the hips off the ground. So not trying to get super high, keeping most of your back ribs on the floor, feeling the low ribs draw in, and then think about the tripods, the big ball mounds, the pinky ball mounds, and the heel. So you can lift the 10 toes and feel those points a little bit more. Drive down into each point and feel the arches of your feet lift. And then let your toes come down, and we'll just start to alternate our heel bops here. So pressing more into the big toe mounds and lifting one heel at a time, and then use your hands to keep tractioning the thighs away from you, creating some space in the fronts of your hips. And then notice here, how are your ankles feeling? If you have any pressure in your knees, you can walk your feet a little bit further away from you. But really connecting and pushing down into those big toe mounds, lifting one heel and then the other. And then we'll take the arms straight up above us like you're holding a giant tray and stretch the wrist. Take the left hand to the four fingers of the right hand and pull them down. Keep doing these heel bops. Keep engaging around your sit bones so that the pelvis stays steady. Breathe here, connect to your breath, and then switch. Pull the other four fingers down, and then keep the heels down, and we'll go the other way with our ankles. So we're lifting most of the foot, lifting the sole of the foot off the floor one at a time. So you're coming more onto the back of your heel. So of course we want the ankles to have mobility. We want the feet to feel connected and strong. And then just let the feet have some stillness. Reconnect to the tripod. Take your hands back to your thighs. Take another breath in. And then use the exhale to slowly tiptoe the spine all the way down until you feel weight again in that sacrum at the base. And then we'll take the hands behind the head to cup the skull to continue to turn the core on. Draw the elbows in towards each other. Elbows point towards the sky. Take a breath in. And then exhale, draw in and down with the front ribs, lift the chest, lift the shoulder blades. Take a little twist to the left, come back through center, and then inhale and lower. Exhale, draw in and down, lift. Take a little twist to the right. Staying off the right shoulder blade. Come back through center, inhale and lower. Exhale and lift. Take a twist to the left, and then let your right arm slice across your body and extend your left leg. When you extend your left leg, start to flex and point at the ankle. Flex and point. And then foot down, hand behind the head, back through center, inhale, lower. Exhale and lift. Take your little twist to the right. Let your left arm slice across you and then extend at the right knee and then flex and point that foot. Staying off the right shoulder blade. Foot down, hand behind the head, back to center, inhale, lower. Exhale, pull in and down, lift. Getting strong in your core. Take a little turn to the left. Right arm extends, left leg extends, and then right leg extends to hover just 6 inches off the floor. And then we flex and point the feet. Woo! Right foot down, left foot down, hand behind the head, back to center, inhale, lower. Exhale, pull in and down, lift. Take a twist to the right. Let your left arm slice across, right leg extends, left leg extends, and then point and flex. Drawing everything in, and then left foot down, right foot down, hand behind the head, back to center, and release. And then go ahead and rock and roll, or you can push yourself off to one side. Coming on to hands and knees for a moment. Heels of the hands right underneath the shoulders, draw the front body up towards the back body, and then send left foot back on toes. Feel that the belly's still drawing in to support the low back, and then your left glute does a little firing up and push from the left toes. So you're just shifting your weight a little more forward in the hands. And then feel that the left foot is getting some nice mobility, some nice opening, connecting to the glute. It all works together. Good, and then left knee underneath. Send your right foot back, draw the belly up, get yourself nice and lined up with your triple S, skull, shoulder blades, and sacrum. And then push those back toes. You can look underneath you and check out what your ankle's doing, see if your foot's rolling around. You want to try and really get the heel to come right over the toes, firming up the glute. Good, and then right knee back underneath you. Tuck your toes and we'll lift into our first downward facing dog. Push the floor away, draw the front ribs toward the back ribs. Relax the back of the neck, maybe give your head a little shake. Feel your shoulder blades sliding up your back ribs, arms strong, integrating into your shoulders. And on your exhale, bend your knees and take a nice step to the top of the mat. Sit back into your butt and inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hands down through your heart. Okay, take a moment with yourself, with your breath. Maybe close your eyes, take a breath out your mouth. Good, we'll start to move in a little bit bigger ways. So you're at the top of the mat. You've got yourself all lined up, thinking about your triple S, drawing the belly in, reaching from the arms forward and then up. Sit back into your butt, get low. Step the right foot back, lower the knee and the top of the foot, come on up. Feel that your hip is right on top of your knee and we'll reach again forward and then up without letting the front ribs push forward. Hands come forward and down and we get ourselves in a kneeling plank. So walking the knees back, lining yourself up. Arms are straight and strong, drawing the front body towards the back body, hug around the sit bones, and then resist the floor as you bend your elbows. Keep the heads of the arm bones lifting away from the ground. Press the pubic bone down, pull your hands back, but don't let them actually move, and inhale. Exhale to come down a bit. Tuck your toes, get firm, push, lift, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, and at the end of your exhale, step your right foot forward, lower your left knee in the top of the foot, come on up, hip right over knee, so you're actively opening the front of that hip, reach forward and then up. Hands come forward and down, step the back foot to meet the front foot. Sit back into your butt, inhale, reach forward and up. Right back into it. Exhale, hinge, sit back. So you're coming down as one core container, getting the hands underneath you. Step the left foot back, but stay off the knee. So you're on the back left toes. Lift yourself up into a crescent lunge, hands to your hips. And we're gonna practice basically shifting our weight from one foot to the other. So you're pushing off those back toes, pushing off, and then lifting off the front toes as you shift back. So pushing back heel lifts into the front foot, and then front toes lift into the back foot. So just working this kind of movement pattern. This is essentially what we do to take a step. And we want to be able to have a little bit of softness in that back knee, hips, ankles working together. And then the next time that you push off those back toes, we'll shift this into a warrior 3 balance. So push, start to lean forward with your torso, hands stay on your hips, so both right and left hip points stay pointing down. Back leg lifts any amount. And then think about lifting front body and the face towards the back body. Arms can extend into more of an airplane shape now. And then start to stand up on this right foot. Feel the tripod of the right foot support you. And then reach the left leg forward. Spread through the toes. So good to be able to stand on one foot. Now we're going to turn to the left and then start skater hops. So pushing off the ball mounds of the feet. Pushing, pushing. And feeling that kind of energy being reciprocated back into your body. So there's a lightness, a buoyancy. Yee! For 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, legs stay apart. We pivot back to the front of the mat, hands come down. Step yourself back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale. And we'll step the right foot forward. Nope. Set it back. We'll step the left foot forward now. Lift on up. So we're just coming into the other side. So we push and then we lean into the front foot and we shift into the back foot and lift the front toes. So kind of practicing this little walk almost. Soft in the back knee. And then the next time you push off those back toes, we'll transition into a warrior 3 shape, keeping right and left hip even, drawing the front body in. Start to stand up. Let this right leg move forward, spread through the toes, hold it here, feel left glute fired up. And then turn to the right. Land the foot and start to push off. Hands can stay on the hips or you can add a little swing this time. Trying to make it light. For 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Pivot back to the front of the mat, back into your downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let the hands slide up the thighs and then reach the arms up, lift off the heels and then lower the heels, hands slide down your thighs, sit back, slide them up, lift off the heels, sit the heels down, slide them down. Now you can stick with this, kind of building this brain mapping in. Sitting it back, or you can add a little hop, touchdown and hop, push off the ball mounds of the feet, touchdown, hop, touchdown, hop. Good, getting a little plyo in, so good for your lymph too. For 3 and 2 and 1. Stand up, bring your hands onto your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Find a little internal thank you for the beats. And a little internal thank you for your feet. And then we'll come on down to our back to, of course, take a few moments to let our body assimilate our effort. Give our nervous system a moment to really relax and recharge here. So find a position that feels good and supportive. You can always have things under your knees if you need, or knees bent. And then take your hands wherever they want to go. They can take up space, palms facing up, or you could put them on your body. Take a nice big breath in. And then open your mouth. Do that 2 more times. Take a breath in. And let it go. 1 more. And let your body absorb your effort. I hope this gives you a little bit of freedom in your feet, in your spirit, in your body. Thank you so much for moving with me. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.